Hello, all my Floss Tube friends. It's Carolyn, your stash sister, coming to you from Arizona, where we are in full-blown spring, and it's wonderful. This is the calm before the heat, and we have loved it. This has been a great winter. It was cold this winter, like for us. I get it. We didn't have a lot of snow. But we had good rain, and we had it was chilly. Like, I needed to wear jackets and sweatshirts, and I love that kind of weather. But now we're back to regular Arizona weather. It's beautiful, sunny. Maybe I'm looking outside. It's a little cloudy today, but we are having great weather. So come see us. That has been really fun to see so many people. You know, I feel so blessed to be able to work at the attic and see the people who come in from the first time from all over the place, and they visit the shop and they just walk in and it's just like that. That's what they look like, because there's just so much to see. And I love being there on days when visitors come, and I'm so grateful that people share their trip with us and they come and see us. So that is great. So this last couple of months was really busy. We had a stitching retreat in Sedona, and it just so happened to be scheduled during the largest snowstorm in Arizona history. Like, epic. On the news, this is what the news was saying: don't drive, don't go in the snow, don't go in the high country. There's all the roads are closed. We can't get through. Guess where our retreat was? In the high country. Yep, we drove through an epic snowstorm just so we could spend a weekend stitching with our friends. Yes, we did. And none of us know how to drive in the snow. So what happened the night before is I was headed out to Santan Valley, which is a suburb. And my day job is I'm a real estate agent for the last 18 years. And I was showing houses that night, and it was after dark and everybody was just getting off work. So I'm running out there, and it was cold that night, and I'm driving along. I get about halfway there and I realize I have no heat in my car. Zero, no heat. And you know how you're like playing with the knobs and feeling the air, and there's no heat. I drive a big car. I drive a Yukon, but it's getting up there. It's getting old, and I need to replace it at some point, but not just yet. So I called my husband and I said, I don't have any heat. He says, well, I don't know what to tell you. He's been monkeying around and replacing some little electrical thingamajig. He says, I've replaced the little electrical thingamajig 2 times, and I don't know what to tell you. I said, no, you don't understand. I'm driving tomorrow to Sedona, where it's supposed to be the coldest day of the year, and we're driving into a snowstorm, and I can't do that without any heat. So I got off the phone with him because he was no help at all, and I called my friend Carol, and I said, Carol, I don't have any heat. She says, well, can you take your husband's car? Well, my husband drives a Camry. It's a new Camry, but no. 4 women in my car with all of our stitching gear and enough food for 3 months and lights and stitching bags and suitcases. No, it's not going to fit in the Camry. So I said, well, let me see, maybe we can rent a car, like something warm, because I was nervous to head out into the snowstorm in a car, 1, a car that doesn't have any heat, and 2, a car that's got a little teeny trunk. Oh, no, not going to happen. So I got home, I got on to, if you ever need to rent a car, go to Costco.com if you have a Costco membership. Best prices in the whole world. And if you rent it early enough and the prices go down, you can rent it again and then cancel your first rental. So I always go to Costco. Found a fabulous deal on a little standard SUV, but that'll be safe. You know, we're gonna go drive in the snow and we'll have heat, and the cars will be new and taken care of. So the next day I go early in the morning at 6 a.m. and I pick up the car and I bring it back and I pack it, and it's pouring rain and snowing, and you turn on the news and this is what the news says: don't drive, stay off the road, don't go to Sedona, don't go to Flagstaff, there's 45 inches of snow, nobody should be driving. Guess who's driving? Yeah, sign me up, here I am. So I loaded my car, I drove to the shop. I picked up the other ladies. But by this time, so we're starting to get text messages from the other girls who have already driven up there. They're sending us screenshots of the roads, which are deserted and covered in snow. And they said Road 89A it's the road that takes you up to the resort, goes past Oak Creek Canyon, is closed. So like, well, what are we gonna do? Well, we have to go. I mean, everybody else is there. We're the last ones to leave. So we get in the car, and nobody's feeling good about this car I rented. Like, it was not a heavy duty car. It was just like a little crossover, like a little baby SUV. So we decide, I call my husband, I tell him our situation. He's watching the news. He understands what's going on, and he says, you need to go get a 4-wheel drive. Okay, I'll go get a 4-wheel drive. So I rent the car at the airport. It's gigantic, and there's tons of cars. So we go driving back. In the back is like, it's full to the top. I can't see out the back window. It is full of stitching goodness. And then the 4 of us are in the car. And I go driving back into the car rental place, and I say to the guy, like, hey, so we just rented this car this morning, but we're headed to Sedona, and we need a 4-wheel drive. And so how do I do that? And he says, well, because you rented an SUV, you can get the 4-wheel drive. It's not a step up or an upgrade. We'll just see what we have. Go pull over here. So I pull over there. I go into the little office where they tell me, I'm like, hey, we need a better car. We need like a 4-wheel drive. And they don't have any 4-wheel drives. It's freaking raining cats and dogs outside. So this really, really nice worker at the Alamo Rent-A-Car went out into the garage, and he was flagging down cars as they were coming in. And he's watching them come in. He's talking to the people. He's watching them. A white Toyota 4x4, whatever they're called. It comes rolling in. He chases the car down, ushers the people out. He stands up. He's like across the garage to me, and he's like, and I said, So he brings it over, and we switch all of our... Why do I get myself into these situations? Oh my gosh. We switch all of our stitching and food and luggage and stitching bags and lights and anyway, into the new car, and off we go into the snowstorm. Great. It's cuckoo. So, we get to the turnoff, and we decide to go through Cottonwood. All the other women are already at the resort. We're hours behind. I thought this is going to be horrible. And guess what happened? We were all saying our prayers. We are praying women. We were saying our prayers, and when we turned off the main road to go through this little town called Cottonwood, and then you turn right, and then you head into Sedona, the snow stopped. There was a little break in the snowfall. And that was just the answer to prayer. I know it was, because we were all petrified, and we drove, and there was no snow on the road. There was no snow coming out of the sky, just little flurries or whatever. And we drove into Sedona. We got to the end of the town where the road ends, and there's a big police truck or whatever there. His lights are going. So we pull up to him. I'm like, hey, we're going to the resort at Junipine. And he said, the roads are plowed up to the resort, but you can't go any farther. No problem. We're not going farther. And we drove through the road, on the road. They had sent the snow plow. The road was plowed. There wasn't any falling snow during the time that we were driving. It was just a real answer to prayer. So that was a pretty fun experience. And then once we got there, we parked into our little cabin, and we were perfectly warm and toasty, and we stitched our little hearts out. So here's what I stitched. If you want to know what I stitched while I was there, I started this probably maybe a year or so ago, and I love this pattern. This is from Plum Street Samplers. It's called Caroline Broomhead. I love that bird in the cage. I love that funky tree. It's an Adam and Eve. And I love that crazy tree at the bottom with those nutty leaves. So here's what I have done so far. So it's a cute size. It's only this big. See, I turned the corner. So it's only going to be this big. It's going to be a great size. Isn't that sweet? And, no, wrong ones. It's charted for Belsois silk. So of course I had to stitch it in the silk. It's so pretty. It's really, I didn't change any colors. I did exactly how she charted it. I'm using the Belsois silk. Love it. That's what I worked on the whole weekend where we were in Sedona. And then, hang on one moment. I gotta find a place to put these. And then came home on Sunday, worked and did laundry and repacked, and on Thursday we were off to Nashville to go to market. It was fabulous. It's fantastic. Great. It's my second market. Best one I've ever been to. I've only been to 2, but it was such great energy. So much creativity going on. So many great designs, great designers, great people. Everybody was happy to be there. It was a blast. It was so much fun. And I got to meet, like, you know, when you walk into the design, you see a designer that you admire so much. And then you walk into their room and there they are, like, in person. Like, oh, I get to meet you. You know, so I got to meet Barbara and Alma of Blackbird Designs were there. We haven't met before, but they're delightful. And Kim Nugent from Samplers Not Forgotten. Okay, I can't start naming names because I'm going to leave somebody out. But to see the designs in real life, you want them all. You want them all. Because when you see them in real life, you just can't believe how beautiful they are. The pictures don't do them justice. Seeing them in real life. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. I got to meet Steph from Pam and Steph. What a delight. Okay, so I was kind of embarrassed because we were on this elevator and she walked into the elevator and she caught my eye and it looked like she recognized me, but maybe she didn't. And I'm a hugger. I was like, oh, I gave her a big old hug. But I thought, well, that was a little stalkery, but hi, here's a hug. Anybody need a hug, just come to me. So that was nice. So I ran into her later and I kind of apologized. Said, I'm sorry, I attacked you in the elevator and gave you a big hug. But I watch your channel and I love you and your mom and it was really fun. She's delightful, such a delight. And she said, oh, you're that. I said, I don't even know if you watch, like, I don't even know if you watch me. Like, I don't even know if you know who I am. What is wrong with me? Anyway, she says, yes, I know you. You're that silk lady. And then the owner of Keepsakes was next to her and she said, well, I think she used another adjective. She called her that crazy silk lady. Yes. So I decided. That is Crazy Silk Princess. Thank you very much. Look at this. My daughter-in-law has a tiara collection. I said, bring me a tiara. I am the Silk Princess. And I've decided that silk is princess floss. There's fancy floss and then there's princess floss. That's how we are. Princess floss from the Silk Princess. Thank you very much. Anyway, delightful. So much fun. Exhausting. We shopped. We bought everything. We loaded up 8 suitcases full of stuff. Brought it all back to the store. And then I got sick. And I don't get sick very often. Maybe every other year. Like, my voice was gone. I was coughing. It was just a head cold. I thought it was allergies, but it was the head cold. And it was no bueno. So, it's finally gone. I finally have my voice back. I'm still coughing just a teeny bit, but not much at all. Anyway, that's what we've been doing the last couple of weeks. And I just wanted to share it with you a little bit. So I want to get right into what I'm bought at market. What stood out to me, what I love the most. Let's see. First of all, don't hate me because I have a really big haul. I just kept, we brought it all home and I would put a little pile. I'd be at the shop, I'd give myself a little pile and I would take it home and then give myself another little pile and take it. If I would do a video more often, I wouldn't have these gigantic stacks of things I bought. But I really had some fun shopping at the aftermarket sale. But first of all, this is out. I'm not a punch needler, but this magazine, it makes me want to learn how to punch needle. Look at this. Look at this. I love that. I'm gonna learn to punch needle just so I can make that with that cute little black and white checkered. It looks a little more like Mackenzie Childs. I love, see right there? Where's my finger? There, that's my little Mackenzie Childs bunny. I can't afford anything big of hers because it's outrageously expensive, but if I can get my hands on some, I think it went on sale after Easter last year, so I picked it up. Alrighty. Then I'm gonna keep this in, try and put this in designers. Scarlet House, excuse me, I'm sorry. I love this. Look at the red. It's called the Black Dog Sampler. Tanya from the Scarlet House, she did a lot of her theme was like bring out the dogs or bring home who let the dogs out or something like that. All about the dogs. So this is the Black Dog Sampler, but I loved it for the red alphabet. And she already charted it in Gloriana Silk. So thank you, Tanya. Yep, you knew this princess is going to be stitching that in silk. And then her second design that she came out with that I'm loving, and everybody's loving this because we've sold a ton. It's called A Perfect World. And you can see, you can see her little doggies. She has 4 little Boston Terriers that are the love of her life, and she put them in. So that is a really fun chart. And then Vicki from Needlework Press, she did this sampler called the 1840 Biedermeier sampler, and it is so beautiful in real life. I love the butterfly. I love the soft. It's very soft. The coloring is very soft, and I just love it. I love that one. Then Jeanette Douglas. Okay, girls, if you ever have a chance to go to a Jeanette Douglas class or see a Jeanette Douglas trunk show, get in your car, drive the 3 hours, and go see her stuff in real life. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Her stuff is amazing in real life. So she has this new series coming out. This one is called, they're called Blooming Bouquets. This is number 2. And this is the new one. And then she's releasing a number 3. She did them in 2, and then she's going to release number 3. And then number 1 is going to be Christmas themed. Ugh, so pretty. Then, do you love this? I love this book. In fact, I love this book so much that I got home and I took my blow dryer to the sticker, the price tag, and I took it off because I just wanted to see this lovely book. Anyway, this is a new book from Blackbird Designs, and it's a lot of red, and it's a lot of French, and they're small, and I love this book. I can't wait to dig in and do something out of here. Then there was Kathleen Littleton is the designer for cross stitch antiques, and she was actually at the attic last Saturday. She came and did a class, and it was wonderful. If you ever have an opportunity to take a class from her, get in the car, go do it. She brought her samplers, she brought her antiques, and she brought her new sampler. She has a new one out called Innocence, which is just lovely. That's her market release. She has 14 children. My husband said, did she adopt some? And I said, no. That girl, like, high five to you. 14 children. And she said they were all wanted and they're all loved. And she seems like such an amazing woman. So she lives in a little place called Frankfort, Illinois. And she's raising her family. She has a small storefront. They do a ministry. They have a storefront ministry, and then she's also written a couple of books. She's an amazing, and she's an attorney. So she is and she has her degree in theology. So I loved listening to her. She has great stories, and she does beautiful samplers. This was my favorite. I don't know if you can see so well. It's called the Band of Roses sampler. I love that bottom. I always start up here in the top. I think I'm going to start this sampler at the bottom and do all this fun business down here. That just blew me away. So beautiful. And then Samplers Not Forgotten. I loved her market releases this year. So she did this little kit. It's called a floral pincushion, floral cup pincushion kit. Look how cute. Look how cute. I didn't stitch it yet. It comes in this. Look at this. Look at this cute little cup. It's like one of those campfire cups, you know, kind of they're tin, and then it's the fabric and the ribbon and the floss and a little waxer, and then she made these cute little pins. And all of that comes in the kit. And then you make it into a little pincushion. Really cute. It's really, really cute. That got me all excited. You know, I love me a tchotchke. Look behind me. I love me little tchotchkes. So this was like, yay. And then she did some beautiful samplers. This one's called the, it's a Motif Sampler. It's the red. It's the red alphabets. I can't walk away from red anything. I love that. And then she did another kit, and it comes with the fabric and the floss and the ribbon to do that with. And this motif is taken from, this is her big sampler. And she said that she designed, this is the original design, it's not a reproduction. And she designed it because she bought this chunky, old, filigree, gold, just piece of deliciousness at a fair or antique mart or something. And she wanted a chart, she wanted a sampler that would go in it. So she designed this English garden sampler. And look, this is her logo. A little logo bird, and here's the little bouquet that she used in the little bouquet pincushion. This is gorgeous. This is drop dead beautiful. Really, really pretty. So let's see, what else did I buy? So I've been kind of on a fabric tear because I bought this sampler. Dun, 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 dun. In real life, this is amazing. Amazing. There's amazing. I have no word. I have no words. I want you to see this is also original design from Teresa Vinette of Shakespeare's Peddler. And she put these little words, see, kindness, I can't read them backwards, but oh my goodness. So two things. I wanted to put it on a piece of special linen, and I wanted to do it in silk. Nope, I had to do this in silk. So Jean, she got busy last week and she did a silk conversion. And of course I had to have it. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of progress stitching in silk. The Savior's Praise. So I couldn't decide what color linen to put it on. I bought all the linen, trying to find the right linen to put this on. So first, I bought this. This is a piece of vintage, I think it's light exemplar. Either a light exemplar or exemplar. I wrote it down, but I can't remember. I love lakeside linen. I could just pet it. Does anybody else pet their linen? So that was, but I got the silks and I put them on the fabric. It was all right. It wasn't what I was looking for. So that's okay. I have a beautiful piece of linen for next time for something. Then I went through my stash, or I bought it. This is a piece of 46 count Flagstone by Lakeside Linens. And I thought, oh, because there's some really cool greens and some red and a lot of whites and beiges and creams. So here's what I did. In my office, I have like it's a bed, but it's real high and it acts as a credenza, or actually, you know what it is? It's just a big crab catcher, and it's full of junk all the time. So I laid the fabric out, I laid the silks on it, and it was okay. So I would just go and walk in, I would look at it, and I'd walk out, and walk in, and look at it, and walk out. It's good, but it wasn't perfect. But I found a unicorn, and this is a piece of, it's on my board because I've been working on it. I started it last night because I couldn't help myself, and this is a piece of 40 count Thundercloud dyed by Teresa Vanette. I saw this piece, thought it was beautiful. I found a unicorn. It's beautiful. Teresa, if you watch my videos, I mean, I'm not saying that you do, but if you watch my videos, can you just dye some more linen, please? Because I really think it's beautiful. And here is Jean's magical conversion to silk. Wait. I gotta pull that red out. Hang on. One moment, please. It's a combination of Belsoir, Dinky Dye, and a gumnet, I think. So, if you want this silk conversion, give us a call at the shop, and we'll get it to you. But look, it's still really beautiful on the flagstone. See? I love it. I love the way that the greens and the whites and the beiges pop on the grayish linen. That's just me. So I'm happy to show some progress on that. Now, what else have I been stitching on? I did get something done. It's this cute. Look. Oh my goodness. How cute is that? Here, let me put it behind on something there. Oh. love with these fat little birds. They're from Heart and Hand Design. She did a bunch last year. It was like Thanksgiving ones and patriotic ones and October ones and Christmas ones. So now I feel like I have to do them all. It's done on 40 count Ren with the call for threads. So cute. This is as far as I got because I lost. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. It's not Valentine's Day anymore, so it's probably gonna go away for a year till it's Valentine's Day again. Then I got out some spring stitching. I've been working on this. It's really cute. I tweaked the colors just a teeny bit because it's like kind of a, what's the color of the linen? It's from Weeks Linen Angel Breath. Angel, I don't know. It's like creamy yellow. So I had to darken up these guys so they would show up. It's really cute. I'm really enjoying it. So I'm hoping to get this done during this season. And I just used the called for threads, except for the ones I tweaked. I used the cotton threads. See, I stitch with cotton sometimes. Alrighty, then I did get some work done on Miss Manners from Gigi. It's really cute. And that, that one I used the Addicts silk conversion. So. Hey, it's cute. It's really cute. I gotta get back to it. I feel like I am stitching ADD. I get all excited and I just want to start. So I start like I did with on the Savior's Praise. I just sat down last night. I'd been working on the spring, the little bunny, and I was like, okay, I've had enough of him. And I pulled out the Savior's Praise, and I'm really excited to work on that some more and get that done. So I don't know, how do you stay focused on a piece? I mean, obviously I can't stay focused because how many works in progress are we just for 1, 2, 3, 4? Well, those are the 4 that I have out, and then the bag's full of half-started stuff. So I've decided my favorite part of stitching is to put it together. To put the kits together, to put the silks, convert cotton or DMC or whatever it started for. That's not silk, but it was silk. Princess thread. That's my favorite part. And so now I feel like I need to like buckle down and do some stitching. So one fun thing that happened, so my son Jensen, he's the one who lives in New York who had the health scare, and he is working, he's been in New York now 7 years, and he is breaking into entertainment. At first when he went to New York, he thought he was gonna try Broadway, but here's the problem, on Broadway, everybody's like 5'7" and they weigh 125 pounds or less. He's 6'4". He just sticks out like a sore thumb. So, but he has great skills in management and company management, and he's been able to do tours and work behind the scenes, and he's really enjoyed it and learned a lot. But now he's breaking into the world of stand-up comedy. And the last time he did his routine, Floss Tube made it into Jensen's stand-up comedy routine. So if you have stuck with me this long, hang on for a few more minutes and know that Floss Tube has made it to the big time in New York City stand-up comedy routine. Enjoy my son Jensen, and I will link to his YouTube where you can see all of his stand-up comedy routines because I think he's pretty darn funny. So thank you, ladies. Thanks for coming along on the trip. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. Guess who came into the store on Thursday? Anita from Holly and Anita. There she was, shopping around. And I'm sorry to say that I was so busy and there were so many people, and so I chatted with her, and she introduced herself, and it took me like a minute, and she's like, I'm Anita from Holly and Anita. I'm like, ah! You know how you like fangirl? You're like, oh, Holly and Anita, Anita's here. And we just had so much fun, and they live in the same town as my brother. He teaches at the university there in Cedar Falls, and that was a nice connection, and we had a lot of fun, and we chatted, and we talked, and I'll stick a picture in, because I love meeting Floss Tube people. You guys come in, you come into the store and you say hello and we chat, and I feel like it's old friends. It's just old friend week. You ladies, and some men, I don't know if there's any men watching this, but you ladies are the best, and I love feeling like I have friends. Friends that come and say hi, friends, and we chat and we shop, and I'm like, it's great. So I enjoyed meeting every one of you who come to the store. Say hi. It's so much fun to meet you, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
So my mom my mom, she's a YouTuber. Guys, my mom started her own YouTube channel and she has 1,500 subscribers. Okay, so it's called Stash Sisters, and it's on a kind of a subgenre of YouTube known as Floss Tube, which has nothing to do with dental hygiene. Think even more specific. It's only about cross-stitching, right? So talk about finding your lane and really staying in it. My mom is just like, cross-stitching, got it. So she started making these videos, because they call what they sew with, they call it floss or whatever. So with the Floss Tube, Stash Sisters, because they have their stash of all their stuff they do. Anyway, she has 1,500 subscribers, which is far more than me on YouTube, at Jensen Buddy, not to plug it or anything. But it's kind of weird, because I'll watch, I subscribe, I'm a good son. I'll watch her videos, gotta give her the views. But it's kind of messed with my algorithms a little bit, because now it's just hey, videos you might like. Here's a roller coaster, and here's a bunch of drag queens, here's some comedy, and here's a bunch of 60-year-old white women talking about cross-stitching. You like this, right? You're subscribed to it.